and House Guard Lieutenant Jusito, just like House Traherne. I'm knowing the House Traherne pronunciation. Jusito, fuck him. Shows up. He is in very ornate armor compared to Samantha. It's like well decorated, has a lot of trimming about it. When he walks in, his helmet is already taken off, and he holds it underneath his armpit, like sort of tucking it there. He looks very formal. Is what I would say. Very formal. He's dried off by the time he gets to you guys, of course. He has sort of slick back black hair. There you go. I'm not a rapper.
Fuck comes first.
Straight out of Compton.
And he has sort of like this like pencil mustache. You know the one.
That's all you had. You should have opened with that. I immediately don't trust this guy.
Yeah, he's a villain. He has a scar on his
He's
eye.
a villain.
I've decided I hate this man.
Pencil mustache equal villain. Roger.
Yep.
Purple burglar alarm.
Immediately.
He walks in. How do you do? I am House Guard Lieutenant Jusito. Pleasure. He goes out his hand to shake. So I guess the closest one of you. Congratulations, Deet. You're getting volunteered. He goes over to you, Deet, and holds out a hand to shake.
Deet holds her hand back to shake.
He shakes it. Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet you. He goes over to each and every one of you to shake your hands. Kasai does not shake his hand.
Silas will not shake his hand.
You two do not shake his hand. I see some of you are not from around here.
Yeah, Allison will shake his... Oh, yeah. Wait, who doesn't shake their
I
his
have
hand?
one in chat if you don't shake his hand.
If you're gonna.
How does it,
If you do or don't shake his hand. Wait, hold
You
on.
do not shake his hand.
Oh,
There
do
you go.
not. Alright,
Nice.
well,
He's
fuck.
got that. He's got that.
Allison shakes that man's hand.
Mm-mm.
I was wondering how you're gonna do Kasai. Wait, is it...
Shake a poor sinner's hand.
No,
Oh god!
Are you ready?
You are the sacrificial lamb, apparently.
Bum.
can I check if anything's been taken off me?
Roll perception.
Take a verdict.
Give yourself a quick pat down.
Yep.
And
Happy
left
to
and right.
swing
do
in
that.
your body.
As he's turned around shaking Alexander's hand, you just do a pat down on yourself.
Oh.
Do you save the mark or do you use it now?
Save.
24. You seem to have all your belongings.
Pardon?
You seem to have all of your belongings. Nothing was taken
Okay.
from you.
Crash.
And yes,
As I shake his hand when he comes around to me, what kind of handshake is it? What kind,
Describe it to me.
I want to see.
It's not
what
firm.
kind of...
it's not limp fish, but it's not
Okay.
firm. He does encapsulate your hand and does a little bit of like pressure on there, but not like a proper firm handshake.
Does he seem like he's itching to get away from the room?
Roll me your insight.
He checks out.
No, I mean, like, it's like, you're not sure if he's, like, unenthusiastic about the handshake because, like, he wants to get out of the room or because he thinks you're nervous.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I will say out of game because you guys can't communicate that knowledge as of yet. Alexander, that's a firm handshake. That's a proper gentleman's handshake.
That's a proper. Wait, what the fuck? That's a proper jump. What?
Wait,
Oh, on
shake
me.
your hand, it
Okay.
is.
Yeah, because
shake
he's
your hand.
racist. You're not the race he dislikes.
I was told by
Never
guards
am.
after that you were looking for me. How might I help you, sirs and ma'ams? And might I wonder who am I addressing? Who is the head of your party?
That would be me. I'm Alexander of House Roswell.
House Roswell, sir. Pleasure to have you. The Silver Swan are well renowned.
Of course, of course. Please, have a seat. He'll sit back down. He's set up to shake his hand as you do.
Yeah.
As you do, as you do.
I was told by Guard Samantha that you might have information on Benji's whereabouts, as well as that of the stolen property. Is that right?
We may. We are in pursuit of the suspect, and hope you might give some insight. We understand you were the sole witness of this alleged
Yes,
crime.
sir. That's right. I was
Could
doing
you-
my rounds towards the late evening, just the other day, when I heard a bit of a clatter coming from his lordship's room. I opened up, unlocked the door, flung it open, and I saw one of the glass candelabras shattered on the ground. Now, before you go wondering, he gestures at all of you, his lordship does not keep any pets. And if he were to, he definitely wouldn't keep it locked up in his office.
Of
Of
course.
course, as I was suspicious of the situation, I pressed in immediately. I drew my weapon here. He taps like this shotgun that he keeps sort of tucked behind him, or like underslung or overslung behind his shoulder. I pressed into the room, looking around. Noticed that the balcony, the patio, glass door was still closed. And lo and behold, I find young Benji hiding underneath his lordship's desk. Now, that's pretty bad. But none that warrants the search that we're doing right now, as you can imagine.
Of course.
I did seize him, perhaps hastily. Boy like that had no business being in his lordship's office. I grabbed at his arm, and when I did so, I noticed that he had something in his underarm. A journal. I immediately loosened my grip from the surprise, and then I looked at the far shelf, which has the house's journals in it. Noticed not a one was missing, so that meant only one logical deduction. That it was his lordship's journal.
Of course.
The boy is,
You memorized how many journals are on the shelves?
No, sir, no, I have not, but there are, how to say, they're pretty flush against the shelves. If the one of them were missing, I think it'd be pretty obvious. Little gap there.
I see. I want to
Now-
backtrack to the open balcony window for a moment. Do
It
you
was,
suspect...
open. It was not open, sir. It was not open. It was closed.
Oh, I thought you said it was open. Never mind.
No, he said it was closed.
Does, pardon me, to say that, does the door lock from inside or outside
Which door, sir?
to the study itself?
The balcony door or the main door? Sir.
The main.
The main door? You can lock it from the inside, sir.
Understood. I'm assuming that very few people have access to this study, other than yourself. And
Yes,
the-
sir. Only his lordship himself, the captain, myself, and the head servant. Which is wherein I believe young Benji got the key. When we questioned the head servant later, she reported that the key was missing. So I believe, sirs and ma'ams, that Benji absconded with the key, let himself into the office, locked it back up so as to not draw attention, perhaps, or perhaps give himself some time to escape, broke the glass candelabra, and then, as I was saying, in my moment of confusion, he slipped out of my grasp and ran off, and I wasn't about to fire my gun inside the halls. He ran off. Kid's fast.
Through the balcony. Or through the hallway.
Through the hallway, sir. Through the hallway, and he points it off, like he leans or curves around the chair that he's sitting in. That's the grand staircase right there. You guys saw it on your way in, but there are two side stairways. One that way, he points past the grand staircase to basically the eastern wing, and then one that way, he points past you guys towards the western end of the wing. It was that eastern wing over there that he ran down. Now, there are a lot of different rooms that he can hide in. 4 floors. Well, 5 including the floor for his lordship. I gave chase after him, but I couldn't find him. And then when I tried to go find his sister, head servant in the servants' quarters, Did not see him at all.
Has anybody seen him leave the premises?
No, sir, we haven't. But let me tell you, we have turned over everything. Opened every drawer, checked under every cubby. Servants' quarters too. Kennels, stables as well. Haven't spotted him. So we are under the assumption that he has left the premise.
And any tracks leaving the premises would probably be covered up by the rain at this point, if you didn't find it already.
I'm afraid so. Well, we weren't really able to find much in way of tracks anyways, but this rain is definitely washing away all our potentials.
He's a small lad. Could he potentially have snuck out via, I don't know, say a refuse exit or a sewer system or some such?
Perhaps, sir, perhaps. Don't you worry. We've already sent some of the designated city watchmen to go patrol around down there. See if they can spot anything. Do you
Crash.
all have any leads, potential?
Yes.
Not particularly.
Now, did you ever recover the... just not elaborating. Did you ever recover the head servant's key?
No, sir. Still at large, so to speak.
What doors does his key unlock, besides his lordship's private study?
That there is a skeleton key, sir. Can unlock
Opens
everything.
all doors. See.
Mm-hmm. Don't you worry, though, sir. The building is secure.
That night, were there any doors unlocked that should have been locked, besides the office door?
If I'm being honest, sir, I can't say to certainty, and I'd hate to mislead you with bad information. I can go find out for you, sir.
What night did this happen?
Well, I believe this happened about 2 nights ago, sir.
I see.
This would have been, how to say, the night before the Seekers and Slayers returned for their operation, sir.
During these 2 days, have any food gone missing or left unaccounted for?
I cannot say for certain, sir.
Now, I guess now's a good time to do an insight check. Given his little spiel, does he seem very sure of himself? Too sure of himself, as if this were
Yeah, does
practiced?
it seem like it's practice?
Right.
Yeah,
Rehearsed.
that's what I wanted to add.
Everyone is
Same
like,
thing.
yes, I concur.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Insight check. Yes,
May
yes.
I roll as well?
The council
Taking her
decided.
Insight checks for all.
And I was throwing
Insights all
for one
around.
for the first half too.
Before I roll, can I get a
Yes,
bardic?
just start rolling.
Yeah, you can get a bardic.
I'll just not take one. Oh, the +9 though.
17
Mhm,
plus
mhm.
7, 24.
Hey.
So,
Let's toss
Silas got a 28.
them. Got
All right, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna assume you guys just share information in some sort of weird telepathic capacity. I don't know.
Yep.
I mean,
Um,
some of us, most of us have
post-haste.
message. At the very least, I do. So
It just makes it easier.
Redane's in the
Yeah,
background.
yeah.
He's just like pointing at us, like, "Hey, what's up? Hey, tell me."
Yeah, don't worry about
Hi,
it.
hi.
So yeah, you guys do your collective insight checks as some sort of weird adventurer hive mind, and as you look upon him with 7 heads and judge him and find him
Become a
unworthy,
Hydra.
yeah, also Hydra.
Oh no.
Well, fuck yeah, we get to sing.
Sorry, roll 20 is just. Let me restart. Yeah.
Yep, all good. Waiting. That being said, there's a 28 roll, so you know what? Here, no, let me try rolling for him. Let me try rolling for him. Maybe
Nat 20, baby.
that will be pretty.
We can only hope.
Not the 15.
Shame.
I still got a Oh wait, that's for him. I thought you were rolling for
What?
friggin' Mr. +12 to insight.
Nah, he ain't here.
Redane.
Don't remember Redane's name.
SMH my head.
Tisket, put you in the basket. So,
That makes my head.
you guys have a collective average of above 15. I'm sure. I don't even need to run the math. There are parts that he is practiced on, yes. There are parts which he does seem practice on. There are other parts which are also practice, but he says it with a bit of, let's say, hesitation. Pretty much the entirety of him describing spotting Benji seemed to have a bit of shakiness about it. All other parts are true.
Right.
Or at least he thinks they're true. Or the practice to be true. Thank you for
Wow.
everything. Thank you very
Right.
much.
Like, it's like, oh, there's these types of exits, the balcony doors, this case, da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, like if he's quoting you architecture, that's 100% true. The architecture is different.
But in the case of, like, oh, I caught Benji, it's like,
There are definitely some hesitations here and there. I believe, sir, that you said you had a lead, mayhaps.
Yes, I did. Now, you are certain that it was Benji saw underneath the desk.
Oh yes, sir.
And
I know all the
Describe
I know all the servants. Miss Brianna and her younger sibling are new to the house, so those are the ones I'm a bit shaky on. But in my shakiness and knowing them, that makes them quite clear, as I know all the others.
you are a lieutenant of your house guard. That is, I understand, a position of prestige.
Yes, sir. At current.
You have been a guard for House Treyon for how long?
I would say probably. Let's see. This would be approaching my 6th year, sir.
6 years. That is a decent enough time. I would imagine you know your way around this job by now, correct?
Oh, of course, sir. Of course.
I'm afraid I'm a bit confused then, Lieutenant. You had your hands on this young man. You had him cornered beneath the desk. And when you caught him red-handed with a book under his arm that he should not have, you released him? He escaped your presence through the door?
He takes a deep breath. Yes, sir. Rightfully ashamed of it.
Oh, I do not mean to shame you, Lieutenant. I'm just trying to paint a clear picture for the sake of the investigation.
Then you have the right of it, sir. He did slip past my grasp.
He collects
In
his
your-
thoughts for... Go on.
Oh, sorry. In your time here as lieutenant, does his lordship have any outspoken critics or enemies that you're aware of?
None, sir. House Treyon has been part of Duvros since Duvros is Duvros. Or part of its initial founding, sir.
And that makes sense. I can't see why anyone would want to harm them then, with this kind of deed.
If and I'm being honest, sirs and ma'ams, I think Benji is just a young boy who's aiming a bit too high for his station.
But young boys do not go after books. As in, that is not exactly their preferred quarry. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, I doubt his lordship's book would sell for a pretty price at any market, especially one that can be accessed by a young boy such as Benji.
Not to mention that the boy probably can't read.
Well, sirs, I do believe he can read, first off. The Cradle, Headmistress Aventina, does a good job of educating kids coming out of the place. I mean, young Miss Brianna is very, very well spoken for a young lady of her origins. So on that, I believe he can read.
That is
That being said,
very
that
true.
has little bearing on the situation at hand. Sir Alexander, on your point, perhaps a book like that might not be the first thing a young boy would jump to steal. That's fair. But I do believe that young Benji is far from a standard young boy. His sister gained station here at a noble house. He has a criminal track record. I believe that his older sister described the protocols and procedures of the house as, an older sister is wont to do when bringing her younger sibling into such a setting. And Benji's mind locked on a target. Got obsessed on this potentiality. And in
Does this...
foolishness, he might
forgive
have
me for
looked
interrupting,
at it.
Lieutenant. Does this place have a treasury of sorts?
Yes, sir. Locked up tighter
Is-
than the Silfwallen fort.
Is that separate from the office?
Yes, sir.
Does it unlock with the same key?
No, sir.
Who
Only
has...
Only his lordship and the captain himself have that key. It's in the basement, sir.
I assume you have checked the basement.
Yes, sir. That vault is guarded at all times.
But not the office.
No, ma'am, not the office. We do patrols around the office, but in terms of the vault, we just have 2 guards over the door.
Wait, did he just say that the office isn't typically locked?
The office
Or is that
is
gonna be
typically
guarded?
Okay, alright.
It will be locked, but like they'll just, like you said, do patrols to make sure nothing's
Right.
happening, which is presumably what happened.
In his time here, how did Benji take to it?
It's hard to say, sir. I didn't really keep too much of tabs on him. Perhaps, in hindsight, perhaps I should have. As far as I really saw young Benji, he seemed rather blasé, a bit bored.
I suppose, as a young boy living in a noble's household, that is typical. Even I myself was quite bored as a youth.
He nods at that. Well, then I think you can imagine how a boy left to his own boredom and devices might go find something to do.
Yes, but in our experience with young Benji, he typically took to Saga and Ball in the Cup.
Ball in a
Not
cup, sir?
thievery. There's a ball attached to a cup via a string. The object is to get the ball into the cup using the string, like a flail.
Surprised he
You-
didn't have it.
Ah, man, my own upbringing wasn't exactly filled with toys, so
You
of
are
course I've
twins.
heard of it. No,
Oh, yeah.
no, sir, I'm not twinsy. No, not at all.
Oh wait, yeah, with that accent, yeah. Where's he from?
Yeah,
so
no,
far?
he's from your yeah.
That's right, sir. I'm from Southern Silfwall.
Yeah.
Ah,
It's a peninsula to the west, southwest points, Pacific.
I was gonna make a comment about how not a lot of open-minded people in that part of Silverwall, but I mean, no need antagonizing the guy yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Save
I'm
that for
stuttering
later.
there for a second though.
May we have a look around the premises?
Certainly. As a singular party.
Indeed. Should you like, you can have Samantha accompany us. Make sure we don't do anything untoward.
I think that could be arranged, sir. Certainly. I will designate over my key so you can have a proper search of the premise.
You are too kind. What can we access with this key? I assume the same as the steward's
Same
key?
as the servants. Skeleton key.
Understood.
Then I shall take my leave. I will send Samantha right back to you with my key. I hope your investigations are fruitful. I know us house guards aren't exactly situated and trained for specifically investigating our own house. And the city watch are in their own ways. So hopefully your keen eye and mine, sir, find something we didn't. And thank you for your assistance, by the way.
Of course. And thank you for yours. I'm certain we will get to the bottom of this.
and he marches off.
Did he seem sincere when he said he hopes we find out the truth?
Roll insight.
I'm rolling
well,
insight
he-
too.
While they roll insight for that, can I roll insight to see if there's any tell when I said, "Oh, we're gonna fucking find out. We're gonna get to the bottom of this real quick."
Yeah, it's alright.
I'll throw an insight.
You can roll insight, sure.
Take a bardic.
God damn it. Oh,
Oh,
a
I still have a bardic.
18.
Oriana sees nothing.
Oh, come on.
A bardic isn't a reroll. It's a D8
Yeah.
that adds onto it.
I mean, you can still fucking.
So roll 1d8.
Like a 28 in theory. Hey, 24.
So 24. Okay. Let's see. Is he sincere and he hopes you guys get you have more fruitful investigations? No, not at all. He doesn't think you're better than him. And if he didn't find it, you guys are finding it. Alexander, in that same vein, yeah, he isn't too worried. Guard Samantha comes back in.
Even if we catch this son of a bitch.
Yeah, so Guard Samantha comes back in. I've been designated as not only your liaison, but your key bearer, it seems. She has a smile on her face. Oh, actually, no, she's wearing a helmet. You guys can't see the smile on her face. She takes off her helmet. You guys can see the smile on her face.
Just put the helmet back on.
Quick, what color are her eyes? This is very important. I need to know.
Listen, these are my NPCs, right? Samantha's attractive, right? Everyone in the world is hot. Thusly, no one is hot. That is how
Has
the
a natural
world
charisma of
works.
12.
The one person with like a gigantic nose is like the only hot person in the world.
Yeah.
That's the rarity.
Let me
Yeah,
say
He's
it
still
behind.
dwarfed.
Actually, no, I'm not gonna take a 5 because at this point we're getting close to wrap up time. Samantha's there with you guys.
I
Where do you
must
guys wanna look?
confess, Samantha, I have to say that I think we all collectively prefer your company to.
Lieutenant.
Oh, well, I'm thankful for that. I know the lieutenant is rather blunt at times. To his credit, it gets things done.
Have you worked under his leadership for long?
Myself, sir, I've only been here for 3 years.
I mean, it's only been here for 6, so that's not much of a disparity.
She nods slowly.
Disparity. Wait, is that the word? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that's right.
Is
Well,
there
then-
anyone else within earshot, or is it just her here?
Maybe the 2 door guys, all the way around the corner.
I'll save it then. I assume we're getting close to wrap up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, start the investigation next week. With all hands on deck.
Oh.
Anyway. Next week is probably short session, right, Kirsty?
What was that, sorry? Yeah, fuck you guys.
Clicked. No, you're fine. Don't worry about it.
No, I'm fucking
No,
offended. How
no, it's
dare
not
you not
fine,
fit into my
actually.
beck and call and whim of session timing?
I know.
How dare
I know. I know. Although I was thinking of taking annual leave one weekend, but I've only got 4 days left.
No.
I know.
So, yeah,
Somebody
we're not
had to
done.
use up 2 weeks.
We're not done yet, but where do you guys want to go? Or rather, what do you want to say to Samantha? Because it sounds like you're trying to get her in a quiet scenario.
You can do it all sneaky, like they won't hear.
I mean, you guys could just walk to a room on like the 3rd floor and just close the door.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I would
Just
rather
like, oh, we want to
No, you
investigate this
have to
random room
roll
over here.
stealth.
investigate the crime scene, and I assume there's not going to be no one within earshot
No.
Yeah.
there.
There are people guarding the top floor, the 5th floor, the stairways itself.
So high up
The
it's supposed
balcony
to?
itself doesn't have a guard posted on it, but there are people like literally just down the building which are looking up at it. So the place is secure. So yeah, you guys go to the top floor and she unlocks the office door that leads into Lord Trahern's office. And then it's just you guys. You guys are free to close it, open it, open the window, or not the window, the balcony door, stuff on like that. It's like a rectangular room.
Just real quick, as the door opens, how well oiled are the hinges? Does it squeak at all?
It does squeak a bit, yeah.
Does the sound echo through the hallway?
Echo, no, but you could hear it down the hallway.
Okay.
If it was like dead silent. If it was like people
like,
talking, then you might miss it.
Like if this were at night,
If it were at night, yes.
when the house was still.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. Note that down. Note that down.
Interesting.
Write that up.
Door squeaky. I will say,
Squeak!
for future reference, and I'm sure you would all agree with this. At night, when everyone is asleep, every sound is 10 times louder.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
You ever seen that SpongeBob bit where he's like trying to sneak through Patrick's house?
Yes.
Literally, he takes a step and it's just a war zone suddenly.
But you guys are in his lordship's office.
First things first. Candelabra. I would assume they already cleaned up the glass candelabra.
Still there.
Oh, still there.
That's
Okay.
Scene has not been disturbed.
I'll go check out the balcony.
You open up the balcony, or rather, Samantha opens up the balcony door for you because it's locked.
As a wild thing that I thought of, is dumb. So when things fall over and break, they go fucking everywhere. If someone's standing there, things can't go where your feet are. This is stupid. Can we try to determine, like, if someone was standing there when the thing fell, like someone was standing next to the desk and knocked it over?
That's not
Roll me
cheap.
your investigation.
I can
That's
do
literally,
that.
Can I assist?
this is literally investigation.
Can I assist? Because that's actually
You
pretty
can
clever.
assist.
Uh-huh.
So either one of you rolls with advantage, or both of you roll independently.
What's your investigation?
Which one of you is? Yeah.
I have a +6.
I have a +0, but I have a d6 I can add, so I'd rather just take your +6. I will assist you.
Okay.
And also, Bardic?
Yeah. Think about it.
yeah. Samantha does remark, like, please do not disturb the evidence.
Please, this is not my first rodeo. I've been on so many rodeos.
Hell yeah, rodeo. Oh, that's so
I-
bad!
I assume
21.
Redain would be within like 30 feet of me, or I could be within 30 feet of him at
Yeah.
some point. Okay. I'm just getting it back. That's all.
So you guys are trying to look at the shit. It's called in forensics, it's called splatter pattern for blood. So I guess this would be a shatter pattern for the glass
Oh,
candelabra.
that'd be fitting.
Nice.
Yeah, so you guys will look at the shatter pattern, and it definitely has a bit of momentous orientation. If that makes sense. So
Sure.
how to give you the imagery of this? Imagine you're in a blank room. There's a table in there, and there's a glass tumbler, like a whiskey tumbler, like a glass cup there. Logically, assuming that this magical table pedestal is floating aloft, has no legs, if I were to push it forward away from me and it shatters on the ground, the momentum of me pushing it forward would have glass pieces go forward and outward away from me.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Right? It would not reverse and come back towards me and hit my legs. Logically.
Sure.
Right.
By
That's
the powers
like when you
of
see a
momentum.
busted window, but the glass is on the outside. They're like, well, it wasn't a B&E because the glass is outside the fucking
Mhm.
window.
I
Exactly.
took forensics in high school.
Oh, cool.
Really?
Your high school cover that? Lucky bastard. That, or you guys are in a high crime area. Anyways, it's like that. Okay? Except the orientation by which the glass candelabra fell over would make it look like someone was on the table pushing it off. So you
Oh, nice.
it
Visual
would
aid.
have to be them pushing it this way. Which means either someone was on the table and pushed it thusly, someone was off the table and pushed it thusly. Right? No matter what direction or orientation is to be said, it was pushed off the table in a very direct manner. Not like this, not like this, not like this, some
Yeah.
weird meandering. It was pushed directly off of it.
Like somebody sweeping things off the table.
Correct.
Not like someone just
No.
bumped the table and it teetered off or anything.
Yeah, exactly. Like there was a good amount of force that pushed it, especially when it's distanced away from the desk. It's about like 2 feet off and away from it. If it was like someone accidentally nudged it, it would have fallen right directly off.
So there's force to it. Okay.
There is force behind it. The desk is about man, where did I tape measure? I lost that. Oh, it's right here.
Didn't you used to just use like the length of?
I literally use a tape measure to tell you guys distances.
Oh yeah, you have used that. Okay.
It's about 30 inches. So about 2.5 feet, we'll say. High.
How tall is Benji?
Benji
About 1 foot
is...
tall.
He's not 1 foot tall. He's not a pixie. Benji, he's like 10, 12. He's probably about like
4?
That's like 4
3,
feet tall.
pushing towards 4, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I assume all this music, all this is coming in.
This will be disseminated, I assume.
Yeah,
There
Dorian and Alexander using aloud.
is there a chair in front of the desk? I assume so.
There is, yes.
Is it displaced?
It is shoved off to the side. So if we imagine that
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
the
shoved
room
over there.
is like
Makes
Yeah,
sense, but you know.
Build
the
us a crime
entrance.
scene.
The entrance is I'll use red, I guess. I don't know. The entrance is here for the main door, and then here for the balcony door. This is not exact.
Sure.
Yeah, but it's the general layout.
Yeah, the chair is like over here.
So pick up a.
So like it was like pushed away, like away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the chair is there. It's just displaced. It's not put in its little nook where you would shove a chair into the fancy desk.
Yeah.
How big is
Can
the
I look?
Ooh,
Too many voices. That's schizophrenia.
You go ahead, Dorky.
voices.
I was just gonna say, can I look in